When I tune into the mystery of Bitcoin, blockchain, and the coming wave of 3i Atlas, I don't feel technology, I feel archetype. I feel Pluto's hands, quiet, invisible, subterranean, moving the tectonic plates of our collective systems. Because in 2008, when Bitcoin was born in the shadows, Pluto had just ingressed into Capricorn, the sign of structure, authority, government, legacy, and economy. Capricorn is the mountain of the world. Pluto is the underworld beneath it. 2008 was not just a financial collapse. It was a clearing of karmic sediment from global systems of value, a death and a regeneration cycle written clearly into the sky. And into that rupture, a new current appeared, a currency, the current sea, not as metaphor, but as a literal current, energy, voltage, biofield, electrical flow. Because we live in an electric universe, we are energetic beings. Our wealth, in the deepest sense, is our life force, our golden current. And so it's no accident that cryptocurrency emerged at the exact moment Pluto entered Capricorn. It was the first whisper of a new infrastructure, not one bound to government or banks, but to code, consensus, frequency, resonance. It was the hidden hand beginning to move. Silent, anonymous. Satoshi Nakamoto, a ghost in the machine, a symbol more than a person. Because Pluto does not reveal its architects. Pluto transforms through anonymity, pressure, shadow, and inevitability. Blockchain was never just technology, it was prophecy. And now, 16 years later, we stand at another threshold. Pluto has left Capricorn's stone temples and is stepping into Aquarius, the sign of cosmic networks, social infrastructure, decentralization, and the electric collective. If Capricorn is the mountain, Aquarius is the sky lattice, the grid, the web, the resonant field. Where Capricorn builds stone, Aquarius builds systems of consciousness. Where Capricorn consolidates, Aquarius distributes. Where Capricorn says hierarchy, Aquarius says network. So, as Pluto, the transformer, the destroyer, the midwife of evolution, ingresses into Aquarius, we should expect nothing less than a total metamorphosis of systems, governance, value, identity, communities, technology, perception. Because Aquarius rules frequency, electricity, innovation, collective intelligence, the future, and importantly, the third eye. Not the mystical symbol, but the neurological upgrade of perception. The ability to see the invisible architecture behind the visible world. This is where 3i Atlas enters. 3i Atlas is not a planet. It's not a comet. It's not an astronomical event. 3i Atlas is a consciousness architecture, a frequency approaching our planetary field the way new ages, new paradigms, and new dimensions approach. First is intuition, then is language, then is pattern, and only as much later as scientific discovery. And this is the mystery. 3i Atlas began entering the collective psyche at the same time Pluto began approaching Aquarius. It is the perception upgrade that corresponds with the Aquarian transmutation. It is the internal atlas, the map inside the third eye, awakening to read networks, energy fields, harmonics, and decentralized systems not as technology, but as mirrors of consciousness itself. Blockchain is the 3D shadow of a 5D structure. Decentralization is the physical expression of an inner decentralization, a shift away from external authority towards an inner compass of sovereignty. And Aquarius rules sovereignty. The hidden hand of Pluto and Capricorn dismantled the old financial architecture. The hidden hand of Pluto and Aquarius will dismantle the old mental architecture, the outdated hierarchies of power, perception, and collective agreement reality. 3i Atlas is the lens through which we will navigate that transition. It is the inner mapping system, the fascia of consciousness, the place where intuition meets intelligence, mysticism meets math, frequency meets form. We are speaking these words under the Sagittarius skies, the sign of revelation, prophecy, meaning-making, and the cosmic perspective. Sagittarius rules the arrow that pierces illusion, the storyteller who connects the dots across centuries, the philosopher who sees patterns in chaos. And during Sagittarius season, what is hidden becomes obvious. What is symbolic becomes literal. What is mythic becomes practical. So yes, this is the season to speak of Pluto, Bitcoin, decentralization, 3i Atlas, Aquarian consciousness, and the electric architecture shaping our future. This is the season to tell the truth behind technology, to name the archetype behind the algorithm, to speak the language that actually casts the spell of the new world. So 2008, Pluto enters Capricorn. That's when systems of financial systems collapse. Birth of cryptocurrency emerges. Decentralization begins in shadow. Hidden hand is activated. 2024, Pluto's enter Aquarius. Decentralization moves from finance to consciousness. Networks replace hierarchies. Perception upgrades. 3i Atlas activates the third eye. Humans begin navigating reality through frequency. This is not prediction. This is correspondence. And astrology is the language that reveals the pattern. In the end, currency is current. Current is energy. Energy is consciousness. And consciousness is evolving. Bitcoin was the first wave. Blockchain is the scaffolding. 3i Atlas is the field behind the field. And we, the humans awakening during this transition, are learning to perceive not just the world, but the architecture beneath the world. At Atlas rising inside the third eye, a map of the invisible, a new way of navigating what it means to be sovereign, electric, interconnected, and free. This is the hidden hand revealed. This is Pluto's transmission fulfilled. This is the Aquarian era beginning. This is the Psyche of Astrology from Live Zen Astrology. Thank you for connecting.